my friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Zita, and on my channel I do DIYs and makeovers on a budget. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest at OakWell Home. So let's get started on today's DIYs and see what I've created. For my first DIY here, I'm going to be making over this old toolbox that I thrifted from the Habitat for Humanity for $5, and it was pretty beat up. So my first step here, I'm just going to paint it all over in the white interior paint that I have here, and the handle I'm going to paint in a black, and then I'm going to apply a botanical decoupage paper to the front and the back. And I did apply 2 coats of paint to this toolbox. So it's looking pretty clean there now with the 2 coats of white paint. So my next step now is to work on the handle. So now that it's all painted, I'm going to be applying a Tim Holtz botanical decoupage paper with Mod Podge. And if you notice there behind me, my puppy, he's chewing on his Christmas toy. So as you see in that video there, he when I was pulling out some of my decorations, he could smell that in there. I pack it away every year for Christmas, so it's like a new toy for him every year at Christmas time. So he smelled that in there. So that's what he's playing with there in the background, as you can see. He's pretty entranced with that. So right here I've measured out some of the Tim Holtz botanical paper, and it's very thin, so you can rip that with a metal ruler, as you see that I'm doing right here. And guys, sometimes I don't know what my dog is doing behind me until I actually edit these videos. But it's very cute. He's really loving that new old toy, I guess you could say. So right here I'm going to start applying the Mod Podge. And I like to work from the center out, and then so do one half and then do the other. I find it's less room for mistakes that way. And when you're applying your Mod Podge, apply a thin coat. Make sure you got good coverage, but make sure it's a thin coat, not overly thick. And right here I'm just using an old shower cap to smooth out the decoupage paper. You can use a plastic bag as well. I find it works really good for smoothing out your paper. So right here I'm doing the other side of the paper, just applying a thin coat of Mod Podge and doing the same thing using my plastic here, in my case a shower cap that I'm using, and smoothing that out. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side of the toolbox. So right here I'm just finishing up the other side, doing the same thing, applying a thin coat of Mod Podge and smoothing it out with that plastic. And once I have this done, you're going to see in the videos and the pictures how I dressed it up for Christmas, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm so impressed with this. I'm really loving that Tim Holtz botanical decoupage paper on here. I'm loving it. and it looks really nice with the Christmas decor in there. I think it looks very high end. let me know in the comments what you guys think of the botanical paper on this toolbox. Would you guys have applied this to a toolbox or a different type of decoupage paper? Right here I'm just touching up a little bit of the Mod Podge, so make sure you apply your Mod Podge on top of the paper after. I like to sometimes let it dry overnight before I apply that top coat of Mod Podge. Find there's less room for the paper to rip that way. But doesn't that look beautiful? I am loving it. So this is what it looked like, guys. Pretty broken up there and beat up. And now it looks like this high-end Christmas decor for your home. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I am loving it. For my next high-end DIY here, guys, these are a couple of galvanized metal lanterns that I picked up at the thrift store. So I decided to grab these and just make them over. So I'm going to paint these in a black. So they have the candles inside there that are battery operated, and they did work. So right here I am cutting out some paper, cardstock paper, to fit in the glass. I tried to remove the glass, but it was kind of hard, so I decided just to stick some paper in here, and then I'm going to take them out on my patio and spray paint them with a black paint. So this is what they look like with the cardstock on the outside and the inside, so none of the spray paint gets on the glass. So make sure you have on your mask there to protect yourself from that spray paint. And I'm using a Bear spray paint right here for this project in the black. So as you can see here, though, that spray is everywhere, so make sure you have your mask on and your safety goggles. So right here I'm just removing that cardstock paper, and that worked out really well, and very little spray paint got on the glass. I was able to remove it with an X-Acto knife. Just a little bit that did get on there, but as you can see, it's pretty clear that cardstock paper worked great. And doesn't it look so much better in the black? It looks like a total different piece, and I think it looks so much more high-end than in the galvanized. So this is what it looks like with the candles inside there, but now I'm going to dress these up for the Christmas season. So right here I'm just measuring out the inside, and I'm going to put some foam board inside, and then I'm going to put a Christmas scene inside. So now that I have the foam boarded there, I'm going to put my Christmas scene inside. So right here, I'm just using some snow. This is a sheet of snow that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to lay that down over my foam board and then add my Christmas scene. And I'm going to add a couple of bottle brush trees in there that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and also a little sparkly red bench, as you'll see coming up here. They are so awesome. Here are the bottle brush trees, guys, that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. So who else is into bottle brush trees this season? I am absolutely loving them. They're so simple, but they make such an awesome statement. And you can put them anywhere in your home. I bought a whole bunch of these, so I'm going to be decorating different parts of my home with these. And I got them in different colors as well. So have any of you guys picked up any of these bottle brush trees this season? So here are the sparkly red benches that I mentioned, and I picked these up at the Dollarama. And they did have a couple of picks on them, so I took those off, thought it was too much. And I'm going to use that decor piece that was on the bench. I'm just going to put that at the top of the lanterns, and it's not overly done. It's just that nice size of piece that doesn't take away from the scene inside. Now, look like, what a huge difference. What do you guys think? Isn't that Christmas scene so cute, along with my dog here? And I did add a few snowflakes that I picked up at the dollar store. I added those to the bench and a few around the snow to just make it look more festive. And here it is with the candles with the wreath around. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it would look like with just the candles in there and make that look Christmassy. So I put a wreath around the candles, and that dresses them up for the Christmas season. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of these two projects today. Do you guys think they look high-end? Let me know in the comments.